What's up, everybody? So today I just wanted to come on here and show you my comic book haul for the month of May. We'll just jump right into it. The first book is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Dude, so I've seen and heard a lot of hype around this series, and I wanted to check it out. This is based off of the Webtoon comics, so I wanted to see what was up, and I don't know, man. I'm psyched to check it out. It seems like a wonky, wild story. It's by Matt Dinniman, Laurel Pursuit, Teaga, and Athon. Probably mispronounced a couple of those, but I'm psyched. What's the actual premise of it? It just on the back, the little tagline is, "You know what's worse than breaking up with your girlfriend? Getting stuck on a sadistic alien game show with her cat." All right, I'm hooked, brother. I'm in. You've got me. You've got my attention. So I flipped through this a little bit, just kind of like, thumbing through the pages. Dude, this seems to be pretty graphic and pretty mature rated, and I love stuff like that. That's like right up my alley. It's not like a kid-centric comic book, so that's my jam. I'm psyched for that. Check out some of this artwork. Let me show you something that's not gonna give away too much here. We'll show you the start of chapter 4. And now these pages are the gloss pages, so you're probably gonna get a little bit of glare, but I'll try to show you the best I can without giving you too much. So yeah, hope that's coming in good. But yeah, so that's number 1. Then we've got a book that I was trying to get for a little while now. It was out of print, but I just hear so many good things about this, and I had to pick it up. It is East of West, and it is the thick old compendium style, which is awesome. It's like this sci-fi apocalyptic western thing. I'm psyched to read it. The more I've been reading comics, the more I've found that Jonathan Hickman is one of my favorite authors and storytellers. So he is on this, as well as Dragotta and Martin. Let me make sure I'm getting their full names right. I think it's Nick Dragotta? Don't quote me. Yes. Jonathan Hickman as the writer, Nick Dragotta as the artist, Frank Martin as the colors, and Russ Wooton as the letters. But, dude, this thing, look at this. I mean, that's a chunky boy. That's a fucking encyclopedia. That's so cool. Try to get you to a nice little page here. What do we got? But yeah, I was psyched to find this. Found it on Amazon from a third-party seller and was able to get it for a pretty decent deal. It was right around $50. So I was psyched about that. We'll show this one little last page here, this little splash. And the pages on this are somewhat glossy, but not like a high gloss, so that's nice. I don't think I'll have trouble with like reading it under a light and get too much glare. But yeah, man, I'm psyched for this. It was one of the books that after getting back into comics I was trying to find, and luckily I was able to get a copy, even though it is currently out of print for retail for right now. So yeah. Next up we have I don't know how much I can show of this on cam, so I might just show you the back and the spine. Sex Criminals by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. And yeah, this looks wild. Here, I'll try to cover it. And it doesn't really even show anything, but still, just to be safe. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. So, Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky, these are another two cats that I'm really enjoying comic books from, so I'm excited to read this. My friend from work, he told me, like, the premise of it and how cool it is. Like, this couple figures out that they can stop time when they have sex, so they start to go on, like, a little crime spree, and it sounds hilarious and just wonky and over the top. And I will show you a page, but we'll make sure we're getting somewhat of a PG page if possible. But yeah, this seems pretty family friendly, I reckon. So yeah, again, another set with the high gloss. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm excited to read this. Yeah, it's just one of those cool stories that it's unique. It doesn't seem to be really centered around any kind of like superheroes or superpowers. I know that the whole ability to stop time thing is obviously kind of a power, but yeah, I thought this would be a nice little switch up from the usual set of comics that I enjoy. But moving on, keeping kind of that same vein, I picked up Scumbag. So this just seemed totally wild and wonky and out there. And the premise is this guy seems to be the fate of the world rests in his hands, and he's big on like drugs, sex, and money. He's a degenerate. He's just a wild man. And dude, it just seems sick. It seems like it'll be a fun story, just a wild ride, and I am all for it, dude. I'm here for it. And this one, okay, the writer is Rick Remender, and there's several artists on this. I won't go through all of them, but like we got Louis LaRosa, Andrew Robinson, Eric Powell, Roland Boschi, Wes Craig, Bengal, Francesco Mobili, Alex Regal, Jonathan Wayshak, Mateus Bergara. Yeah, actually, I did go through all of them. But yeah, man, this is sick. Let me just pop to a page and see if we can get you something. Oh, man. Look at this. Look at this sick fight scene right here. Oh, dude. Come on, how can you not be psyched for something like this? That's so cool. And the art is freaking amazing. You know, that's phenomenal. I'm psyched to read that. And this guy right here, probably one of the tallest comic books that I have right now, the Omnibus. Image, man, I'm telling you, Image has some like really, really, really great stories. And, you know, I know that Marvel has Marvel Unlimited and DC has the DC Infinite setup, so the digital apps that you can read their comics on. I'm not too sure if Image has something similar to that, but dude, these are sick. Image is just phenomenal with the stories and stuff that it's been publishing, and man, it's a powerhouse. I don't even know if you can really call Image indie comics anymore, because dude, I think of them, like, me personally as a casual, I think of them in the same vein as like Marvel and DC, and they got just some wild stories, tons of good things. So that's another one. I've also got, let's see, I'll show you these next, because these are, if you know me, you know I am a huge X-Men fan. I was able to pick up the Dawn of X, the Krakoa run. If you remember in one of my other previous videos, my comic book hauls, I showed you that I had the House of X and the Powers of X, and that was like the start of the Krakoa era. One of my favorite X-Men stories. I'm trying to collect the entire run, so I got that one. I've got Volume 1. Surprise, I also have Volume 2. These big, beefy omnibus. Dude, they are sick. Love these. Here, let me try to flash you a quick little art page from the Volume 1 section. Here, we just opened to this one, The Fallen Angels. So, there you go. Hope that's coming in good. But yeah, man. Huge, 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 huge X-Men fan. So, you know, when I do get Marvel comics, chances are I'm probably throwing in something X-Men related, hopefully. And then we'll show you something from Volume 2. Oh, I know that this is Magic, but I don't know who the pink gelatinous blob is with her. That's kind of cool. I'm going to have to read to find out. That's sick. I don't think I ever made it that far in the Unlimited comics. I mean, like the Unlimited digital app, not like the X-Men Unlimited. Or Ultimate. Unlimited Ultimate. Damn, I'm getting myself confused. But, yeah, so that is so cool. Again, huge, 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 huge X-Men fan. I'm gonna have to get some more of those. And then another one in the run is The Sins of Sinister. This also takes place during the Krakoa era, the Age of Krakoa. I was trying to look up reading guides. So I know that the House of X and Powers of X starts the Age of Krakoa. And then in the omnibus forms, it's Dawn of X, Volumes 1, Volumes 2. And then it's supposed to be, I think, X of Swords. And then Reign of X. And then Judgment Day. And then Axe. And then Sins of Sinister. And then I think it's the Fall of X, Rising of the Powers of X. But don't quote me. So I am missing, I believe, about half the run. Luckily, the Reign of X comes out later in, I think it's August or September. So I will snag that Omni when it becomes available. I think there is another Omni that comes out that they're saying is within that line, but from the reading order that I was checking out, I didn't see it. That's why, for me as a casual viewer, comic reading orders can be so confusing sometimes. I wish there was just like one, master concise list that didn't have so many deviations, but like depending on who you ask or what site you're looking on, depends on the reading order that they're saying. And for me, the reading order, I just want it to be chronological. Like some people are listing reading order as like the release order or like a run of who the author was or whatever the case may be. But for me, I'm just trying to get the full story from the beginning to the end, all in order. So I'm trying to go chronologically. But anyway, Sins of Sinister. This is a nice little paperback. I'm gonna just try to find you something kind of cool in here real quick. So if possible, I would like to collect that run, but currently X of Swords, Judgment Day, and Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals seems to be out of print, which is a bit of a bummer. So, yeah, that does kind of suck, but at the same time, just coming from a casual viewer's perspective or a casual reader's perspective, it does seem like they do try to reprint these books fairly regularly. You may have to wait like a year, possibly 2. I know some people say that you have to wait several years, and others seem to get reprinted months after they go out of print. But I don't know, man. I'm still kind of new to the whole thing with like the Western comics, as you can see in the background. I'm a little bit more well versed with like manga, anime, and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm hoping to be able to complete the run of the X-Men for the Age of Krakoa, because like I said, that was one of my favorite story arcs, and I didn't even finish it on the Marvel Unlimited app. So I would love to get it in physical form, display it on the shelves, read it, and have that as part of my collection, because yeah, I'm a big X-Men fan. But now I want to show you some books that my friend at work, he picks up. Man, this dude, he'd give you the shirt off his back in a snowstorm, and he is just one of the nicest guys, man. Always looking out for people. He picked this up for me. He knows I like the Green Lanterns. So he got this for me, one of these single issues, like the floppies. Really, really cool. The Green Lantern Corps, issue number 1. Oh man, you got Guy Gardner in here. Yeah, dude, guy's a badass. Awesome character. Here you go. We'll give you a nice little view here. Oop, don't want the wind to take it. But yeah, man, check out that art. That's phenomenal. And this is by Gibbons, Gleason, and Rollins. So that's cool. And then, if you saw one of my past reviews, I had recently read All-Star Superman, and he picked that one up for me. So I got issue 1 of All-Star Superman. Man, what a phenomenal book. God, I loved that run. That was so good. It was the run that made me fall in love with Superman as a character. Look at this guy. What a hero. Man, that's perfect. Great read. Great art, great story by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. Yeah, awesome run. Really loved it. And then he's been showing me that there is this book out. It's not a previews magazine. It's called Comics the Magazine. And it reminds me of like those old school like Game Pro magazines that would come out, and it would like cover a variety of topics in like in the issue, talk about video games and gear and stuff like that. This is quite literally the same thing, and it even has, I believe if I'm not mistaken, some comics in here, like a comic strip. Oh man, don't quote me, but actually thumbing through it, I don't see it right off the bat. But I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. A little bit of previews, things going on. It's got like little articles in here. It's truly. Oh, here's a little comic strip. It's truly like a catch-all for exciting comic book news and like happenings and ads, and it's awesome, man. These things, this takes me back to like the 90s. This is nice. I really like a magazine like this that's just, it's totally geek focused within the comic book realm and everything. So cool. Tells you like some of the previews. You know, there's merch. There's all sorts of stuff. You got some cool advertisements. I know that sounds weird to say, but dude, I'm a product of like the 90s where that's just kind of what you got. Like commercials on TV, they weren't skippable. You had to watch them. So fun little ads, fun little like teasers, dude. I mean, this is awesome. So, a top 10 list. I mean, come on, dude. This is sick. Top 10 titles, top 10 publishers. This is, perfect. I hope they continue to put out Comics the Magazine. I'm not sure who is doing it. I don't know. I don't know the company behind this. I don't know the team or whose idea this was, but A+, dude. S tier. This was amazing. But my homie, he didn't stop there. Brother, he got me issue number 2 and issue number 3, and he bagged and boarded it for me. I mean, what a guy. You got to check him out. I don't think he'd mind me saying it, but I just want to shout him out on the channel. If you get a chance, go to his channel and check him out. His name is Quinn Quill. Quinn, Quill. Quill. And you might search it by Quinn Quill Reviews. The dude is like a comic book guru. He knows his stuff to the T. Dude, we were talking the other day, and we were, I was telling him because I was reading the Marvel Premiere Collection of Daredevil, and he just starts flipping through it. He's like, oh, I got this cover. I got this cover, this cover, this cover. The book came out in like the 60s, I believe, and he buys comics every Wednesday. Like, I've never known this man to miss a day, and I've known him for 7 years almost. This is insane to me. He's got like a catalog in his brain. He's like, oh, I got that cover. I'm like, brother, I've got manga. It's sequential. They don't do branching runs. It's not like Naruto has a Naruto like 2A, B cover and he's on a different adventure. No, it's 1 through I think 72 for Naruto. Don't quote me on the number. But I can't even remember all the covers of the manga for Naruto. He's remembering covers that came out decades ago. I mean, the dude's got a catalog brain of all this stuff, all the comic covers. He can tell you about the artists, the authors, the runs of these stories. A true like veteran when it comes to comic book knowledge and any kind of geek related information. So man, we chat for hours about this kind of stuff. But yeah, super psyched about these. Comics the Magazine. You gotta check this out. If you're a comic book fan or a geek fan in general, like I said, this reminds me of like the Game Pro magazines, the old school like Nintendo Powers and stuff like that just had a huge accumulation of stuff. Do you remember the game, what was the Gamer magazine? It used to come out, but it would also have like a little demo CD in it, and you could get like 3 or 4 games that you could play. I think at one point I got one that had like Crash Bandicoot as a demo, part of a demo on a disc. those were the good old days, man. I hate to sound like an old fuddy-dud, but, like, that was some awesome stuff. So, this was my comic haul for the month of May. Shout out to my buddy Quinn Quill. I'm going to put him in the comment section and in the description below. So I'll leave those links there if you want to check him out. I highly suggest you do. Like I said, this man is just a wealth of knowledge for all things comic related and geek related. I mean, this is like one of our passions, and he's one of the most knowledgeable dudes I've ever talked to about this kind of stuff. So yeah, check him out. Give him a look. Go over there. Give him a subscribe. Give him a like. We're trying to push him over 50 because, dude, this dude deserves millions and millions and millions of subscribers. You gotta check him out. So, yeah, that was my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, this is kind of like a accumulation of things over the month of May. My wallet did not appreciate it, but I appreciated it because, man, these books are so cool. I'm excited to really dive back into the X-Men comics, although I do think I will probably be a while before I get to them. I'd like to read some of these, like, I want to say one-off stories, but like Sex Criminals, Scumbag, they're a complete story, all contained within that one compendium, as well as East of West. So yeah, I can probably read those over the course of like a week or two, knock those out, and then start the long run of X-Men. But man, if you remember some of my previous books or previous videos, I still got to get through the Jeff Johns Green Lantern books. So, but yeah, I don't want to ramble anymore. Thanks for stopping by. If you could, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know some of the comics that you picked up over the month of May, and let me know some of the comics that you're excited about for the future that maybe I should keep an eye out for. But yeah, catch you on the next one. Peace.